What up, what up? All right, so I just wanted to make another video just to check in about like what I've been up to. And honestly, what happened was I've been slacking a lot of like going and investigating places and looking into things because I was doing like a couple things on my own that I like wasn't documenting, but I just like I just I've been getting really discouraged. So it's like no, it's like the more I try to find something, the more like empty-handed left feeling. So I was just like kind of like I'm not really going to pursue it that much. I had some stuff happen with my dog, and like then I just kind of fell off the wagon. But recently I've been like talking to other people who are interested in paranormal, and it's just like been re-sparking my passion for it because I used to be really passionate about this, and I don't know, I go so back and forth with it. But so I also wanted to explain in this video like why I'm different from other paranormal investigators, which obviously the first reason is being that I'm a skeptic. Many paranormal investigators just straight up believe, and so they're trying to find their evidence. But I'm just trying to see if there's even evidence to be found in the first place. So a lot of other paranormal investigators do what I can best describe as poking a caged animal, like a lot of the TV shows and everything like that. I mean, they already believe that the spirits are there, but it's like they don't really have an end goal with it other than obtaining evidence. And for me, that's not my intention. Obviously, the first step would be to obtain evidence. But beyond that, like if I get evidence at a location, like I'm going to keep going back to that location, and I'm going to be collecting as much information as I can. You know, is it evil? Is it good? Does it need help? Can it help me? Can it answer any of my other questions? Like, are aliens and demons related? Are they the same, one and the same? Do you realize that you're dead? Is there a God? You know, all kinds of things like that. If I think I've gotten a genuine like evidence and there's a connection to a spiritual realm or something like that, like I'm not gonna just be like, oh, this is cool, and then like have tours with people that like come with me and be like, hey, let's poke this animal and like look at this cool reaction you get, and let's take a video of it and show people, and not really do anything with it other than that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have intentions beyond that. I'm going to different locations because I haven't gotten any evidence that has been substantial for me. And when I do get substantial evidence, I'm going to be going I'm going to have that hot spot that I go to try and dig deeper and explain things further. So that's another thing that separates me from other paranormal investigators is my intention is more than just poking at them, getting a reaction, and really not digging deeper or having any kind of real end goal other than, I don't know, like I don't understand other paranormal investigators' end goal. Well, most of them anyways. I mean, I'm not the only one who has these intentions. There's other people who want to dig deeper too, but for the most part, and what I've seen on TV, it's like, I don't know. So another thing that separates me from other paranormal investigators is I am a skeptic, obviously. So I'm not going around saying this is this or that is that or what, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of other people in this field try to act like they're experts on it, and that's a pet peeve of mine, is like, how can you be an expert on something that might not even exist? Like, you're not. You could be an expert in maybe photo manipulation to know if the photo was tampered with, or an expert in detecting energy fields, but you're not an expert in spirits and ghosts, and there is no right or wrong way to do anything disrespectful, non-disrespectful. Well, okay. I mean, you can be disrespectful to the dead in some ways, but I mean, in general, like, there's no right or wrong way to investigate the paranormal. You know what I mean? There's no rules on what questions you can or can't say. Nobody's an expert in this field. Nobody knows when something's good or evil, or if they're all good or if they're all evil. That's just your opinion. That's just your belief. That's not anything set in stone. Like, for example, there was one person that I knew who is one of those who claims to have all the facts and just know everything and be sensitive and just kind of a know-it-all with the paranormal, and it's kind of weird. But so they would say, oh, you know, when people get 3 scratches, that doesn't mean that it's evil. That just means that they were trying so hard to touch you that by the time they got enough energy and force to touch you, that it came out into a scratch. And it came out into 3 scratches because those are those 3 fingers that are most dominant in the hand, or something like that. I don't know. It was weird. And I'm like, I mean, obviously I'm not like rude to someone. I'm gonna be like, you're wrong. But it's just like, how would you know that? Did a ghost literally come and tell you that? And no, they didn't. You came up with that on your own. That's your own belief. That is not a fact. And to be going around telling people that that is something that's factual is just wrong. It's not a fact. It's your belief. And then for people to say like all spirits are evil, that's not a fact. That's your belief. For people to say that not all spirits are evil, that's not a fact. That's just your belief. So my pet peeve is when people try to act like they know what they're talking about in this field, and they really don't. And I will never say that I'm an expert or something unless I can prove it. Unless I can pull up a ghost, have them sit next to me, and have them tell you. And even then, it's like, you know, they say that demons can put on an image that they're good or that they're a loved one. They say that demons can be tricky. So even if, I mean, it gets to the point where it's like, even when you get evidence, like, how much can you actually trust that evidence that you got? I mean, it'd just be amazing to get any evidence at all, but then it comes down to how reliable is that evidence in, like, answering questions. Like, if you're to say, are you good? And it says yes. I mean, if I was an evil entity, I would say yes. If you asked if I wasn't, like, you know what I mean? I would trick you. Like, that would be the whole point. So you wouldn't know. I would lie to you if I was an evil entity. Like, so that's just another pet peeve of mine. So another thing that kind of bothers me is it just seems to be a lot of people who are caught up in this for the wrong reasons, trying to promote a business or, I don't know. This is just pure my interest, my passion. I don't want to say passion because, well, it was a passion of mine, but I've really been slacking lately, and I don't know, but I want to get back into it. I want to get back out there, and I want to start really looking for stuff again, not give up yet. But I'm not here for money, so I'm not here to promote anything. I'm here to just give you the raw, real of what I find, and that's it. So yeah, I think like one more thing that bothers me, or like it doesn't really bother me, but it's just like, what is like when people say like, well, if you don't believe, then like you're not going to experience anything. Like you have to believe to experience it. And it's just like, how like, I almost said cursed. I'm trying not to curse anymore. Like, but how like backwards is that? Like, I don't need to see the wind to believe in it. I can feel it. Or like, I didn't need to believe in a tree before I would see one. You know what I mean? Like, trees are there and I see them and I can feel them, and that's why I believe in them. So when people are like, well, if you don't believe, then you're not going to experience any ghosts and stuff. So it's like, well, then how do you know it's not just in your head and because you believe that a chill was a spirit, then it was a spirit? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, so that's just one more thing. But, so I just wanted to go over some things that have just been bugging my mind. And I don't know, I'm thinking like maybe I can start blogging about it, like on Facebook or something, because like there's things that come up where I'm just like, I want to rant about this, and then I just don't ever get around to it. So this is just kind of a ranting video. Lucky you. But just saying like why I'm doing this, because other paranormal investigators aren't really, they're not getting the information that I want to get, so I need to go out there and get it for myself, basically, type of thing. And honestly, don't even really like to be called a paranormal investigator, more of a truth seeker. But I mean, I guess there's no other term that's more better fitting. So yeah, this light has been pissing me off this whole time. It keeps doing that. So yeah, so I mean, just I could just leave it like that. But yeah, so I'm sure that after I upload this video, I'm going to remember a trillion other things that I wish I would have said or said differently or whatever, because I always feel like I mess up when I try to make videos or when I'm trying to explain myself. I always feel like I just say the wrong things, that whatever. But so I just want you all to know that I'm going to get back out there. I'm going to be investigating. I'm thinking of actually doing some more things, like just genuinely like submersing myself into a situation and not actually documenting it, because it's getting to a point where it's like, I don't know, I feel like it kind of takes me out of it when I'm trying to record at the same time. So I mean, maybe I'll just take like a voice recorder with me or something, but I kind of just want to go places and just really submerge myself in there and see if I could get an experience and see if anything can make me a believer, whether I get evidence on it or not. So, and then if I do get something or feel something, then I'll go back and try and get evidence afterwards, if that makes sense. So I think that's one of the things that I want to do. So I'm also going to be doing like experiments on my own, but I'm not sure how to go about doing this, because I feel like I can only experiment so much by myself to try and come in contact with anything paranormal. It's like, okay, so I have a Ouija board. All right, so does the Ouija board work solely on its own? Does it open a portal in a home that has no prior history or anything with the paranormal? They say that Ouija boards open portals, so will this open a portal in my home? That's an experiment I'm currently conducting and trying to figure out. So far, I've had a Ouija board open in my living room. I try to talk to it every now and then. I never say goodbye, and I'm trying to see if it opens a portal in my house. I'm trying to make my house haunted. What creates a haunting? But so far, nothing. So like one of my next experiments is going to be like, okay, well, if I put blood on the board, does that enhance it? Does that make things like more? But then it's also like, okay, well, if I do the board in a graveyard, will that get me a reaction with the board? And then it's like, okay, well, if I get anything from the board after that, is it like, I heard one of my neighbors or something, does that mean that the entity followed me from the graveyard to my house, then if I start getting reactions after that, or does that mean it activated it? You know what I mean? Like, and then it's just, I don't know like how I want to go about it and what order I want to do things in, because then it's like um I like it depends on the sequence of events that I want to do. If I put blood on the board and then take it to the graveyard, is it reacting, and I get a reaction, is it reacting to the blood, or is it reacting to the graveyard? If I take it to the graveyard, take it here home, no reaction, add blood to it, then is it the blood, or is it because of the fact that I took it to the graveyard, and then now that entity from the graveyard is wanting to react with the blood? Is it both? Is it one or the other? Is it, you know what I mean? And there's only so many experiments that I can conduct on my own without then tampering another theory, or you know what I mean? So that's kind of difficult. I'm trying to find some good people to go exploring with, because for safety reasons, I don't go some places by myself, not because of ghosts, but because of actual people that might be there and do me harm. So, but yeah, so I think, I don't know when I'll like upload another video. So I'm trying to get it all out in this one. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. But I'm going to be out there exploring and stuff, so I'll be posting pictures maybe on like Instagram or like writing on Facebook. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. I feel like my first About Me video was lacking in some things, and it really explaining myself and what I'm about and what my intentions are and why I'm not like other paranormal investigators that you hear. So I just wanted to put that out there. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. I keep saying that, but so I'll keep posting when I find something that I think is worth posting. But yeah, I suck at this so bad. But yeah, so until then, I'll see you next time.